Alright, so this is my second version because I messed up the first. Alright, so this is A History of U.S. by Joy Hakim, Volume D, Chapter 69, both Lucky and Ready. And this is Jenna reading here. Excuse me if I read this wrong. Hussein I don't know. Obama, a mostly unknown Illinois state legislator, is running for a seat in the U.S. Senate when he gets a telephone call from John Kerry's campaign manager, asking if he would deliver the keynote speech at the Democratic Convention in 2004. Obama thinks for a few minutes and says, "I know exactly what I want to say. I really want to talk about my story as part of the larger American story." And that's exactly what he does a few months later when he tells all those at the convention and a larger audience watching on television about his Kenyan father who herded goats as a child, and his Kansas-born mother, his grandfather who enlisted in Patton's army during World War II, and his grandmother who worked on a bomber assembly line. I stand here knowing that my story is part of the larger American story, and that I owe a debt to all those who came before me, and that, in no other country on earth, is my story even possible. By 2004, many Americans were tired of war and tired of divisive politics. The speech focuses on what we all share, the belief in the ideas that have made the United States unique. It is a speech full of ringing oratory and patriotism. Obama affirms, "There's not a liberal American and a conservative American. There's the United States of America. There's not a black America and a white America, and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America." Even before Barack Obama finishes, it is clear that with this powerful speech, he has catapulted himself onto the national scene. Just 4 years later, he will win the Democratic nomination for president. This picture over here is Barack Obama. Barack Obama, then a candidate for the United States Senate from Illinois, delivers the keynote address at the 2004 Democratic National Convention. This is New York Senator Hillary Clinton as she campaigns for the 2008 Democratic nomination for president. She lost to Senator Barack Obama of Illinois. And this is veteran Republican Senator John McCain of Arizona, who lost ground as Election Day approached. In the race for the Democratic nomination, Obama began well behind the Democratic Party frontrunner, Hillary Clinton. Many expected and hoped that she would become the first woman president. Obama had been a community organizer in Chicago, a law school professor, an Illinois congressman, and, briefly, a U.S. senator. It wasn't a whole lot of experience, but that is part of his appeal. He doesn't seem to be part of the Washington scene at the time when most Americans disapprove of what has been going on in the capital city. Obama campaigns as a candidate of change. He puts together a talented and disciplined campaign staff. They will try to bring as many new people to the polls as possible. They register millions of potential voters, especially young people, and are successful in expanding the electorate. Using the internet effectively. They raise money from a broad swath of Americans. Obama finds a catchphrase to inspire his followers. "Yes, we can," he shouts. A Republican candidate, John McCain, is an experienced senator who calls himself a maverick. McCain was a prisoner of war in Hanoi, during the Vietnam War, and responded to torture and other indignities with strength and integrity. He seems to represent the best when it comes to traditional American values. But in 2008, most Americans weren't looking for traditions. They wanted new faces and new ideas. And it is John McCain's running mate, Alaska's Governor Sarah Palin, who begins to draw cheering crowds that rival those of Barack Obama. Pauline is controversial, and she doesn't have much background in national politics, but she adds fire and excitement to the campaign. A year earlier, most pundits didn't think Obama had a chance to capture the Democratic nomination. Hillary Clinton was a formidable candidate. After that, John McCain fought in what was a tight race, but the seemingly endless Iraq War, the erupting financial crisis, and the appeal of a candidate who focused on change began to swing undecided voters. On Election Day, November 4th, it is the size of the Obama victory that many believe is uncertain. Yet only as the voting returns are tabulated does what seem to hit TV commentators and people across the country. The United States, with its lofty ideals, has lived with a nasty reality that has often been tried to ignore. But the awfulness of racism and other prejudices have affected America since its beginnings. The first Hispanic Supreme Court Justice. This is Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. In August 2009, Judge Sonia Sotomayor is confirmed by the U.S. Senate as the first Hispanic justice in the Supreme Court. Sonia Sotomayor, raised by a single widowed parent, her mom, in the Bronx housing project, a stone's throw from Manhattan's Harlem, worked hard in high school, got into an Ivy League college, Princeton, became a lawyer at Yale Law School, and then a judge. She's conquered towering obstacles to make it to the top of the legal world. President Barack Obama says, with this historic vote, the Senate has affirmed that Judge Sotomayor has the intellect, the temperament, the history, the integrity, and the independence of mind to ably serve on our nation's highest court. He calls it another step that moves the nation closer to a more perfect union. Now the United States is electing an African American as chief executive. That means that any American, whatever his or her background, has a chance to rise to the top. Can that really be true? After John McCain graciously concedes defeat, President-elect Barack Obama, his wife Michelle, and their daughters stand on stage at Chicago's Grant Park. To an excited crowd of well-wishers, he says, if there is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer. A call to action. In 2009, Barack Obama was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples. The committee praised Obama's vision of the work for a world without nuclear weapons. Most Americans were proud, but some felt he hadn't been president long enough to have solid achievements in the field. Obama himself said, "To be honest, I do not feel that I deserve to be in the company of so many of the transformative figures who have honored by this prize. Men and women who've inspired the entire world through their courageous pursuit of peace. But I also know that throughout history, the Nobel Peace Prize has not just been used to honor specific achievements. It has also been used as a means to give momentum to a set of causes. That's why I've said that I will accept this award as a call to action, a call for all nations and all peoples to confront the common challenges of the 21st century. These challenges won't all be met during my presidency, or even my lifetime, but I know these challenges can be met so long as it's recognized that they will not be met by one person or one nation alone. This award, and the call to action that comes with it, does not belong simply to me or my administration. It belongs to all people around the world and who have fought for justice and for peace. And most of all, it belongs to you, the men and women of America, who have dared to hope and have worked so hard to make our world a little better. So today we humbly recommit to the important work that we've begun together. I'm grateful that you've stood with me thus far, and I'm honored to continue our vital work in the years to come. This picture shows January 2009. Flags wave at President Obama's inauguration in Washington, D.C. And that's it. The rest is the appendix. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. And enjoy this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video.